You make like a lot of your own instruments and wire them up and stuff. I mean, I find it quite hard to imagine what exactly do you make? Is that you manufacture your own instruments? What kind of stuff is that?
Well, I used to like just make like the odd boxes to do sort of effects and stuff like that, but now it's just all with computers and stuff. So I just get like write some programs and stuff, but I get like some friends off the internet that help me out, like writing software and that. So I get a lot of people to do it for me these days, which is well lucky.
So are you a bit of a nethead as well then?
Yeah, it's wicked. I love it. I can't get off it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's decent.
You've got like, at any given time, you've got about 150 hours of music in the can, kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
is that
definitely.
True?
Yeah, well, you know, that's practically all what I do every day, just make music. So just got loads of it.
So what's going to happen? I mean, is it kind of going to stay there? Is there lots of stuff that you think, nah, no, I don't want to release it, or do you think it's all going to come out one day?
No, it'll never all come out. It's too much. So it's just whatever. I don't know. I usually get friends to decide what I put out. So
what about, because on the remixing front, your remix often, I mean, they don't seem to have anything to do with the original. And is it also true, that story with the Lemonheads, that you actually kind of bashed out the remix while the bike courier was waiting for it? Is that
no, I didn't do it while he was there. I completely forgot I had to do it, and he was rang the doorbell, and I was like, oh shit, I haven't done it. So I just like went and like looked through all my DATs and gave him a track basically in about 10 minutes and taped it off.
Just one of those 150 hours worth of music, so it does come in handy one day.
Yeah, I didn't use it anyway, but I still got paid, so that was cool.
So what do people kind of expect it now of you, don't they, when they give you a track, but they kind of know, oh, he's just going to give us a brand new track in return?
Yeah, I thought I'd probably, because I wasn't really into doing it, but people like offer me to do them all the time still, like more than ever, so I must be doing something right, I suppose.
So what about Mike Flower Pops? What did he think of the remix you done for him?
Where did it what, sorry?
You did a remix for Mike Flower Pops. What did he think of that?
He loved it, I think.
Yeah.
He's dancing in his living room to it, so.
He's cool. And what about because, well, I don't know whether everyone at home knows, but On was actually directed by Jarvis Cocker. That's quite a mad one.
Yeah, I know. He's just a bit of a film head, so in his spare time.
And it's also true that lots of film got lost and they actually had to kind of like loop what they had. Is that true? It is very Jarvis Cocker because he seems to lose everything all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's little looped bits, but it's all pretty fresh, I reckon, all the way through. I really like that video.
Let's go and watch that for a minute. Right, now, on your EP, Boy and Girl, you're actually singing, right, on the Milkman track. Now, is that something you're going to do more?
Yeah. So, yeah, I quite like my voice, actually. I've got into it in the last week, so I think I will. But I'm into, like, spectrally extracting, like, famous people's voices and, like, mapping it onto my own voice. So you just get this weird, like, mutation voice of, you know, like mine and someone, like, really recognisable. Sounds pretty good.
So basically you're using even voices as instruments and playing around with it and seeing what else you can do with it.
Yeah. I've got, like, a computer to sing as well. I'd be quite into having a sort of hit with a computer voice, like a character as the main sort of personality.
Yeah.
It'd be quite fun, I reckon.
It's got enough ideas. What about you did an advert for Pirelli? What's your criteria for that? I mean, when will you do, you know, music for adverts or for films or anything? I mean, is it a money thing or is it a fun? Well, you know, how does this work?
Just like whenever, you know, if someone asks me to do an advert, if I got time, I'll do it basically. I do loads of them, but they never use them because they always can't get their heads around what I've done. And like one of the ones I did a while ago, they just kept sending the DAT back to the record company saying there was something wrong with the DAT, and they like sent it back like 4 times, and then in the end they realised that's what it was supposed to sound like. They thought their DAT had broken.
Those kind of people just have no idea, do they? They just go, oh yeah, that name, I heard of that name, yeah, cool, yeah, cool, let's get him. Oh gosh. I don't know. So, is it true, by the way? Is it true that your neighbours are trying to evict you?
Yeah, they all hate us. They just make too much noise for our roads, basically, and they've just started a hate campaign against us, and they're like throwing rocks through our window and putting posters up in the street, and like getting people to phone up the council and complain about us and stuff.
Well, they must think you're a bit odd. Also, you've got a tank, haven't you? Have you still got that tank?
Yeah.
Do you drive through the road with that as well, going, if you come to my house once more, I'm going to shoot yours down, or what?
No, I keep the tank in Wales. I don't bring it down my road.
It'd be cool though. Why don't you do it?
I'd love to do it, but just all the kids around my area would just like saw the machine gun off first day, and they'd probably like use it because it works.
No.
Yeah.
Ooh. New album, Rich D. James. It's partly dedicated to your deceased brother, and it's also got a picture of his grave on there, isn't it? I mean, how do you feel? Because often you see with people who have got a family member dying that they kind of they don't want to talk about it, or that they kind of feel awkward about it. Is that very different for you? Because it's a very public thing they're actually doing with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I've always felt guilty because my mum like named me after him after he died because she didn't want to like acknowledge the fact that he like died. So I always felt guilty that I nicked his identity, and like all I've got to remember him by is that photo. So it's like a token, like good sort of token for me to do, basically.
Yeah. Can you tell a little bit more about the album, about the whole, the music side of it and stuff?
Yeah, it's actually the music on it is something I've actually done in the last year, and like usually release stuff that's at least like 2 or 3 years old. So it's the first sort of album I've put out. It's actually what I've been up to recently, sort of reasonably recently. So.
Yeah. What about musical influences? Have you got any major musical influences, or you just?
Yeah, I love loads of different music, but it inspires me to do my own music, but it never like influences me. I don't like copying other people because I just enjoy people's music because it sounds different. So I wouldn't want to like copy it.
So where do you get your inspiration from? Do you just go in your studio and it just comes out, or?
Well, like recently, just been getting it because I live in a house full of people, so we're always playing loads of good music and stuff. So I've been getting into that, but I want to like go away and be on my own again, like I did when I was growing up. So I just prefer to like be inspired myself, without like taking influences from other people.
It's probably both got good sides.
Yeah, they've definitely both got good sides, but I prefer like listening back to tracks, so I haven't been influenced by other people.
Now, you also had a mad collaboration with Philip Glass, who did Chionic Quatsi. I don't even know if I say it right. Mad classic film. That's a bit of a mad one. Are you planning on doing any more mad collaborations like that?
Not planning. Well, I'm sure I'll probably do some.
Yeah.
I never really plan any of them. It's just something that happens. Yeah. But I'm sure I'll probably do some. Yeah.
Now, he did the score for that film, which was back in the 70s or something. Now, you did the music for Stacker Westwell, did you? What was your involvement with this film, actually?
Well, they did the music for my music. Like afterwards, I didn't write it to their stuff, but yeah, they just took my music and fucked it up, all the images and
Yeah.
made something. I don't know. Don't really like it actually.
Well, we're going to show, because I've actually been told that in some ways it's like a 90s techno version of that Kianaquatsi kind of. I don't know. Well,
I don't know. It's all right. Yeah, it's just like it's not really. It would have been wicked about 10 years ago, but it's just a bit sort of dated. But it's a laugh.
yeah.
So if you think about it, about being amusing, then it's good.
Right. So keep that in mind. One other thing. What about your fans? Do you get any like really insane fan letters and stuff? What kind of fans have you got?
Yeah, they're all pretty weird fans, I reckon. Don't know. There's a lot of them are like just really interested and want to know like how to do things themselves. But do get quite a few sort of odd letters, and like I've got a few stalkers recently as well, which has been really freaky. Yeah.
You gotta watch out, especially with that Bjorg story with that bomb being sent her and stuff.
Yeah.
Not good.
I'm sort of, I don't know, I like it because it's like scary and I like being scared basically. But then it's a bit, I don't know where you sort of draw the line. But I can't really turn it off anyway, so I may as well get into it.
So what do you do? I've had a few kind of, well, funny people coming to MTV and doing funny things. But what do you actually, what do you do when you get a stalker, you meet him or her? What do you do? I never know what to do. I just have no idea whether I should actually talk to them, talk them out of their ideas, or just ignore it. What do you do?
Well, like the last one is, I don't know, it's a difference. It's different between like people coming up to you, like when they actually like follow you like back to your house and stuff. It's like, you know, if they're following you around sort of town or whatever, it's all right. But it just gets a bit weird when they like follow you all the way home.
Yeah.
But the last one, I just like caught him doing it basically, and he just like ran off. Like when he noticed, I noticed he was there. So
That was the end.
yeah.
At least no bombs there. Well, that's pretty cool. What about your Reflex label? What's happening with that at the moment?
It's going really mad. Like just started to sell like loads of records, which is a bit freaky because it only was supposed to be like a small thing. But it's sort of going big time now, and it's a bit weird to sort of deal with it really, because I don't know. I always thought the music that we were into should like sell like shitloads of copies, but never actually thought it would. So it's a bit weird to deal with it.
No.
But yeah, just getting loads of really wicked tapes like, all the time, like loads of new records. And, yeah, it's brilliant.
Cool. So what's it like being on Warp? Because that seems like a very cool label to me, and I've heard of a lot of people at MTV as well that they're really cool people to deal with.
Yeah, they're just like, you know, it's not like a business sort of thing. It's just more like friends, just like doing my own label really. Like it's, you know, it's quite a lot more business-like, but it's just, yeah, it's all really good fun. I really enjoy working with them, and I was like, you know, a big fan of their old sort of first records, so I was just like chuffed to be on the label sort of thing. To have purple record sleeves as well. Well, ace.
Well, cool. Did you actually do that Mad Pac-Man track ages ago? Was that you?
Yeah, it was me. Yeah, I did it so that's my bread and butter.
Yeah.
That was like earning me a living in London. But yeah, it's me.